What's up, everybody? This is Sean,
This is Alan.
and welcome to Inside the Square, the wrestling podcast, coming at you nearly every week from sunny St. Mary's, California, Maryland. What's good, big buddy?
Man, it's been a long day for WWE.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. That pay-per-view was really, really long.
But it was really good.
Yeah, it had some good takeaways from it. But we don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about War Games.
It was really good.
Bianca Belair's team, to kick off what a way to kick off the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
With Bianca Belair, the EST, Becky Lynch and their crew taking on Bayley and her crew.
I thought a heel turn was coming. I saw it coming. I sensed it.
It was such an entertaining match. EO, of course, she shows out all the damn time. She jumps off.
Bayley did really good.
It was weird because like some of the stuff that was going on, like with how they neutralized Rhea Ripley. I thought that was interesting. Yeah. Because Asuka does do the miss thing. Yeah. A lot of the Japanese wrestlers in WWE, a la Mr. Fuji and a bunch Tajiri and a bunch of other wrestlers.
Tajiri was really good.
All of them have used the mist. Yeah. It's like a recurring theme. It's interesting to see it, but it neutralized Rhea Ripley. And it kind of showed me, it kind of highlighted Mia Yim. I do not think she is Ripley's physical equal, because of the size disparity. Yeah. But she is really good. Yeah. I think
we should have had a match against Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I would watch that. But I think I'm going to ship it because I think Becky Lynch is coming back to wrestle
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. She is an interesting character, since she's turned heel, which I think is a good thing.
Really good thing, yeah.
She's a really good heel, her and Shayna Baszler, because they both share the MMA background. They're real life friends. Yeah. And they beat people up. Yeah. I think it's funny that they finished their sentences together. Have you noticed that?
I noticed that. Yeah.
It's so funny because they kind of have the same diction where they speak. Yeah. Shayna Baszler speaks a little bit quicker than Rousey. Yeah. But it's funny, I guess because they're very similar.
They're very similar.
Very similar. But I really like that she's turned heel. Ronda Rousey beat up Shotzi Blackheart. For those who don't know,
Shotzi Blackheart tried.
Oh yeah, she put up a good effort.
She really tried.
She put up a good effort. And Shotzi, she's been around wrestling for a long time.
Really long time.
Tough Enough, Indies, all the way back to WWE now, with her own character. She's really good.
She's really good. Underrated.
She has a long way left to go. She made the main roster very fast. If you think about it.
Yeah, I did.
Well, she's been trying for like the last 6-7 years.
But it didn't work.
Well, she was in NXT for a little while, and then she got called up to the main roster very quickly.
She was really good in NXT.
She was really good in NXT.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting the characters in NXT that don't work or don't become champion, when they get to the main roster, they're huge stars. Yeah. Bianca Belair the same way. She never was NXT champion.
Never. They should have done that.
They should have. And I was remember I told you. We talked about this last night. Yeah. I said, when I first saw her, I said she's going to be a star when she gets to the main roster.
She lost to Shayna Baszler in really good matches. Yeah. In NXT.
And she seemed like she was a superior wrestler.
Yeah.
In it. And she's a lot more physical than the rest of the women, too, except for Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley's been going at it for a while.
She's really fun to watch when they let her wrestle. Yeah. When she's not playing a character.
You remember Shayna Baszler versus Rhea Ripley in 2019?
Yes.
That was really good match.
Really good match. Really good match. And I was like, man, this lady is rough. She's strong,
very rough, yeah.
Very strong. I think they have a good crop. I think the women's division is the most competitive division in wrestling.
Better than the men's one.
In WWE, rather. Yeah. It's just better.
What about in AEW?
They have some stars in AEW.
Yeah, like Jade Cargill.
Well, like freaking Thunder Rosa when she comes back, like Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker when she's around.
Yeah.
But they don't have a really heavy crop of good to great women wrestlers. Yeah. They have some, they just don't have a lot of them.
But WWE has a lot of them.
Yes, they had the money to have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they have the farm system. Like even if you look at the women's roster in NXT. You still got Nikita Lyons. You still got Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark turned heel.
You got all those people. Yeah, I know. But you got all those people just waiting on their chance to get caught up to the main roster.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about it, man, they got a thick women's division.
Yeah.
And by thick, I mean like very, packed with stars. So it's interesting to see it. It's a good problem to have, too.
Yeah.
Because once your stars age out or become less popular, you can just plug it in.
Like Rey Mysterio is still popular.
Rey Mysterio is one of those dudes. Male stars don't age out as fast as women stars.
Yeah.
I hate to even say that like that because a lot of times they look at the men like, oh, they're not performing, they're not doing this and that. They still have the name though.
Yeah.
And Rey Mysterio has stayed very consistent his entire career with the company.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio deserves better.
That dude's a megastar, man.
Yeah. He should have one more title run.
I feel like he should, too.
Against Roman Reigns.
I don't know. I don't know. I think if they did put the belt on him, it'd be an awesome move.
Yeah. Roman would win that really quickly.
Yeah. But getting back to, with the male stars in wrestling, they don't age out as fast because, they can take less matches. They don't have to do this. They don't have to do that. They don't have to travel. But it's really interesting. You see how stars like Trish Stratus and Tori, how they kind of aged out once they got a certain age. And I think that's a little unfair. I think it's a lot unfair, to be honest with you.
It is unfair.
But then you have some that stay around for 20 years like Beth Phoenix.
For a really long time.
Yeah. I mean, Beth Phoenix is awesome, man. Really
awesome.
She's really technical wrestler, can submit you, can beat the hell out of you. And she's a really good talent. I think she did the right thing by stepping away for a while.
Yeah.
And then gradually coming back with not officiating, but commentating on matches and things like that.
Yeah.
But she's her own star. I like people like her. But it's interesting. Like I said, I think it'd be a good study for someone to do when they talk about aging out and stuff like that, especially for WWE superstars or wrestling superstars in general.
Like, we haven't seen Edge in a while.
Edge was hurt. He tore his bicep.
Yeah, that was for real.
You're 47 years old, you tear your bicep, you're going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
You're going to be out for a while. On to another match. Austin Theory is now your United States champion.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It feels really good.
Do you think they wasted the opportunity with the Money in the Bank contract?
I think they did.
I think they did too. I think they could have
Austin Theory tried to cash in on Roman Reigns.
I think they could have shook things up.
Yes.
And they squandered an opportunity.
Theory deserves better.
I don't know about all that, but I think they squandered an opportunity to shake things up.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't put the WWE belt on him, he could have.
It would have made more sense.
He could have won the NXT title.
Yeah, from Braun Breaker.
A belt he never won.
Yeah.
He never won that belt.
Never.
And he was in NXT for a while.
For a long time, actually.
So it's weird to see him win. And he's already won the United States Championship.
Twice.
So it's like, I don't know, you're putting lipstick on a pig.
I think they're waiting for John Cena to return. To go against Austin Theory at WrestleMania next year. That makes sense.
Do we really want to see that?
I do.
I don't really want to see that. I don't feel like I want to see it.
You don't?
I don't.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't. Shout out to the Bullet Club, the OC rather. AJ Styles, he beat Finn Balor last night.
In a really good match.
Really good match. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, he's a legend. He's been everywhere. He's been champ everywhere.
Yeah, even WWE.
New Japan Pro.
Yeah.
he's been champ everywhere. I think he's one of those unsung talents. Impact.
Underrated.
Impact heavyweight champion a few times. He's held the belt Impact longer than any other champion.
Yeah.
He's a standard bearer. Really good, great wrestler. I shouldn't say good, he's great.
He was a really good WWE champion.
And imagine if he had been in WWE in his prime.
That could have been really good.
That could have been a historic run. He didn't come to WWE until he was in his late 30s.
Yeah.
He had already been to Japan. He had already been Impact champion.
I just want AJ Styles to dethrone Roman Reigns. That's what I want.
He's a star, man. People underestimate him. I underestimated him. I'd be the first to admit, I wasn't really key on him when he first came into WWE. Because, I hadn't seen a lot of his matches in Impact. But once I started looking on YouTube, I'm like, man, I really misjudged this dude.
Yeah.
He is freaking incredible.
He was a really good WWE champion.
He's been a really great wrestler for his entire career.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't know, man. We kind of, a lot of times when wrestlers are not in the spotlight, we have a tendency to underrate them. Like we don't see them perform, so we always get this opinion in our head that they're not as good as the people we're seeing.
They are.
And they are. Probably better.
Yeah.
I mean, look at AEW right now. For those who don't know, MJF is their new AEW champion. Finally. Yeah, I mean, we saw it coming.
Yeah, I saw it coming too.
We saw it coming a long time ago. So he's gonna be champ one day. How his shtick translates to being champion, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because he's a little out there. He says and does lewd things. I don't, AEW's a lot different product than WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes and motorboats some woman in the crowd.
And he has to go against Ricky Starks.
Well, he'll beat Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is his gimmick. It doesn't translate well to a family-friendly company.
No, I don't.
That's why I don't think he'll ever go to WWE.
Nope.
Not anytime soon.
Nope.
'Cause he's too lewd. He's very sexist. He says crazy stuff.
But he's a really good wrestler.
Good wrestler, good gimmick, just not family-friendly.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think he'll ever go to WWE.
Nah, that's not going to work in WWE.
I was kind of surprised with LA Knight, Max Dupree, whatever the hell his gimmick was in Impact and Ring of Honor, because he's been wrestling for a long time. LA Knight's been wrestling
really
for a long time.
Yeah.
Like 15, 16, 17 years. He's been wrestling a long time.
Really long time.
And he's from Maryland.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's from Hagerstown, Maryland. Really good wrestler, too.
Yeah.
Eli Drake, that's what they would call him.
Eli Drake, yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised his gimmick translated over. They changed his character a lot.
Yeah. But
he made the main roster pretty fast if you think about it.
Yeah. He should have been North American champion.
Well, he was kind of too polished to be in NXT.
Yeah.
If you look at him wrestle, he's way too polished to be in NXT.
Yeah.
He should never be in a developmental league.
Mm-mm.
Not at this stage in his career, because he's really. I mean, you can tell just by looking at him.
Yeah.
How he moves in the ring, how he takes his bumps, how he sells stuff.
Yeah.
That dude is really good.
Like Dijakovic coming back to NXT.
I don't get that gimmick, man. Dijak. Hell, he's supposed to be the Terminator?
No.
He looks ridiculous. I mean, what do you think about it?
I'm happy about it.
I like him too. I like Dijakovic.
Like, he beat Wesley up pretty bad.
Oh, he beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
He stomped a mud hole in that boy.
Wesley did not see that coming.
I didn't know who he was, man. And when they showed it, the clip, when I saw the clip, I was like, who is this dude? And that was the collective reaction for everyone who saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it on TikTok.
Nobody saw it coming.
Everybody's like, who? Who? I'm serious. If you filter the comments, probably 100 people said, who is this?
Yeah.
They've changed his character so much. I wonder, will people realize that's Dijakovic? Like,
Dijakovic is going to win that North American Championship.
He should have won it when he was in NXT the first time.
Yeah, he almost beat Keith Lee.
He and Keith Lee had some of the best matches I'd ever seen for two big dudes.
Really good.
Because those two dudes, for those who don't know Dijakovic is like 6'7", 6'8", 300 and some pounds solid.
Yeah.
He is a brutal specimen. And Keith Lee, 340, 350 some pounds, jump off shit.
Yeah.
Make stuff happen. Just incredible athletes. Super heavyweights. And they had knockdown, drag out, crazy 30-some minute matches, bottom of the card matches.
Yeah.
And I think I saw 3 or 4 of them.
They're underrated.
Those matches were classics, man.
Yeah.
I had never seen two big dudes put on matches like that.
What about the Adam Cole matches you like?
I like Adam Cole. The problem with him, I think,
he's a tiny wrestler.
And there's nothing wrong, and I shouldn't say that because I'm being kind of I'm being the thing I hate the most, trying to be an elitist.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes it looks unrealistic to have a tiny wrestler and then beat the hell up out of 300-pound, 6'5" dude.
He had a really good match with Keith Lee.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They can put on crazy matches.
Yeah.
And you be like, damn, did I just watch this? Like Johnny Gargano. That dude puts on great matches.
With Adam Cole.
He put on great matches with a lot of big dudes.
Like Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa's not very big. He's like 220.
Yeah.
He's very lean, very cut up. He's kind of gotten buried.
Yeah. Like, he's dealing with the injury now.
Yeah, he's older. And he has a surgically repaired neck and stuff like that. I think a lot of times we look at the NXT roster and we don't realize that some of those guys are aging out.
Like, we need Adam Cole.
I don't think he's coming back no time soon.
He should.
I don't think he's coming back.
Triple H might bring him back.
That would be a big splash.
Yeah.
But would he go to the main roster or would he go to NXT?
NXT.
I don't know, man. I think he's a little too big for that now.
Like, he could beat Braun Breaker.
I don't know. That's a lot to digest and a lot to unpack. I'm not sure.
How are you liking Braun Breaker's title reign so far?
That dude's incredible.
Yeah.
I think he should be. I don't know if he would be buried when he gets to the main roster or not, but he's such a good talent.
He might win the United States Championship pretty quick.
He'd have to drop the NXT belt.
Yeah. Against Apollo Crews?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. It would have made sense.
It would have made sense. It's like the Bloodline and the Brawling Brutes. Bloodline wins. Sami Zayn had like a moment, come to Jesus moment with Roman Reigns.
I thought it was Kevin Owens.
Well, he secured the bag for the Bloodline, and he gave Roman a big hug, and I was just like, he's all in.
Yeah, he is.
He's all in.
Like, Jey Uso knows that he's going to turn on them. He knew it the whole time.
He heard him. With
Kevin Owens.
It's such good. It's such a preschool writing, the way they had it. Like, he should have listened to him. And it's funny because Sammy lied to his face. I'm like, is this something we don't know? Like, is he? I don't know.
Like, Sami Zayn needs his run back.
I think Sami Zayn needs a push.
Yeah, against Roman Reigns.
He is such a compelling piece of the whole
honorary Uce.
The whole WWE storyline right now. He's such a compelling piece of it.
Yeah,
because he's funny. You kind of feel for him.
Yeah,
and you forget that this dude is an NXT heavyweight champ.
Yeah,
he wrestled in the Canadian Stampede.
3-time Intercontinental champion.
Dude's incredible, man.
Yeah. Underrated.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
And he's a really good talker. His mic skills 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Remember, he makes the Bloodline break character a lot?
He makes Jimmy and Jey Uso break character all the time.
Almost Roman Reigns.
They don't even show Sikoa's face no more.
No, they don't.
Because Sami Zayn will come and do something really funny, and he stays in character.
Logan Paul.
He just stays in character, man. His face doesn't change. He do like the stupid ass the daps and stuff like that, and you're like, what is this dude doing?
I don't know what he does.
And he says crazy stuff.
Yeah.
but he's so funny.
He's really funny.
So I think he needs a push.
He needs a regular push.
I think he needs a big
push.
For
the United States Championship.
Yes. Josh Alexander.
Really good.
Do you think that the Impact is doing right by him?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I think that dude's going to stay with them. You know, I hate to switch up.
As long as he wants.
Yeah, Josh Alexander's the Impact champion. He's been Impact champion for 200-some days now.
Yeah.
He is incredible, man. I saw a match with him, their most recent pay-per-view. That dude's incredible.
Was it in 2020?
No. They just had a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And he won. And that's how I realized, I'm like, man.
I think it was like Frankie someone.
We watching this dude wrestle. And we watching one of the great ones, yeah. I think.
Is he going to beat Bobby Roode's record?
I don't know, man. Bobby Roode had a run of luck to beat the devil.
He did. He really did.
I don't think we realized it until it was over. That it was historic.
He had a really good match with Austin Aries.
He's had great matches with a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
But Josh Alexander, walking weapon.
Like, he's the next Kurt Angle.
I guess, like I said, we don't know what we're watching. We won't know what we're watching until it's over with.
Yeah.
And that's a shame because he is such a talented dude, man.
He's really talented.
Josh Alexander is really nice to watch.
Like, who should go against Josh Alexander?
He's run through the whole company, man. He's been there so long. He's wrestled everybody.
Yeah.
He's wrestled everybody. I don't know if they're going to get somebody outside to wrestle him or not, but...
Like, maybe Moose?
I think Moose is going to win the belt again.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, with him, we don't know how great this dude is until he's going to be gone.
He's really good.
He's really good.
He's the next Kurt Angle.
He might be the next Josh Alexander. You know, we thinking Kurt Angle. This dude is a lot different. He's different, man. He built different. He's one of them dudes you say he built different. Josh Alexander's incredible.
He's really amazing.
All right, with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Next time, see you down the road.
Bye.
Bye.